Blue Origin was planning to launch the New Glenn rocket before 2025, but as we approach the final days of 2024, there is little evidence to suggest a launch is imminent. Despite some recent progress, such as completing a wet dress rehearsal, the overall outlook remains uncertain. The company now faces a significant challenge that could lead to yet another delay. This ongoing uncertainty has fueled doubts about Blue Origin's ability to meet expectations and deliver on its long-promised launch. In today's video, we will dive deeper into the issues surrounding New Glenn and the reasons behind its continued setbacks. Before we delve any deeper, make sure to subscribe for future updates. New Glenn's development has been marked by consistent delays. Announced in 2016, the rocket was initially scheduled to launch in 2020. That deadline was missed, followed by multiple revised timelines that also failed. These repeated delays have undermined confidence in Blue Origin's ability to deliver. Competitors like SpaceX have moved forward rapidly, achieving major milestones, while Blue Origin continues to lag behind. The reasons for these delays are plentiful. Technical challenges have played a significant role, as has what some analysts describe as poor management and overly ambitious schedules. The lack of transparency around development progress has further fueled skepticism. While Blue Origin's smaller new Shepard rocket has had successful suborbital flights, it does not match the complexity or capabilities required for New Glenn's missions. Despite being backed by Jeff Bezos, one of the world's wealthiest individuals, Blue Origin has faced significant financial pressure. Developing a heavy-lift rocket like New Glenn requires billions of dollars, and delays have only added to the costs. The company's operations in Florida, where New Glenn is being developed, have reportedly struggled to keep up with the mounting expenses. Employees have been asked to work through holidays, including Christmas, as Blue Origin scrambles to meet its self-imposed deadlines. The financial strain has also affected Blue Origin's ability to secure contracts. NASA and other potential clients have increasingly turned to competitors with proven track records such as SpaceX. This has limited Blue Origin's revenue opportunities and heightened the pressure to deliver a successful New Glenn launch. On December 16th, Blue Origin CEO Dave Limp announced that New Glenn would undergo a wet dress rehearsal. This test, which involves fully fueling the rocket without igniting its engines, is designed to validate the rocket's systems under launch-like conditions. On December 19th, the 320-foot New Glenn was fueled on Launch Pad 36 at Cape Canaveral. The test appeared successful, with visible venting activity and no immediate issues reported. However, this test was not a hot fire test, where the rocket's engines are ignited while the vehicle remains secured to the launch pad. Without completing this critical step, New Glenn cannot proceed to launch. Blue Origin has not yet announced a date for the hot fire test, raising further concerns about its readiness. Adding to the concerns, reports from earlier tests suggest that one of Blue Origin's previous attempts resulted in an explosion, which the company has never publicly addressed in detail. The thing is, Blue Origin conducts most of its testing behind closed doors. In contrast, SpaceX's Starbase facility operates almost like a public theater, with every test and development streamed live by independent enthusiasts and professionals. This lack of transparency from Blue Origin has led to speculation about the challenges and failures the company might be facing. While Blue Origin's secretive approach shields it from immediate public scrutiny, it also limits the opportunity to build trust and demonstrate accountability. In contrast, SpaceX's open approach not only fosters public confidence, but also serves as a platform for learning and feedback. Another obstacle is regulatory approval. The Federal Aviation Administration requires all rockets to meet stringent safety and operational standards before receiving clearance for launch. Blue Origin has integrated its rockets with the FAA's Space Data Integrator tool, which enhances airspace safety by sharing flight data in real time. While this is a necessary step, it highlights the additional layers of complexity and oversight that Blue Origin must navigate before launching New Glenn. New Glenn is also central to NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon. The rocket is slated to launch Blue Origin's Blue Moon lander for the Artemis 5 mission. This lander will transport astronauts to and from the lunar surface. However, New Glenn must first prove its ability to perform complex tasks such as in-orbit refueling, which remains untested. Any further delays could jeopardize the Artemis timeline and force NASA to rely more heavily on other providers, such as SpaceX. As of now, Blue Origin has not announced an official launch date for New Glenn. Some reports suggest a launch could happen as early as December 30th, but this remains unconfirmed. Completing a successful hot fire test and securing FAA clearance are critical milestones that must be achieved first. Even if these steps are completed, the timeline for a 2024 launch is extremely tight. A successful New Glenn launch would be a major achievement for Blue Origin, providing much-needed validation after years of delays. What's ironic is that Blue Origin has taken significant inspiration from SpaceX in both its rocket designs and business strategies, but has still struggled to achieve similar levels of success. New Glenn, for instance, bears striking similarities to SpaceX's Starship in terms of its ambitions as a heavy-lift reusable rocket. Similarly, Blue Origin's new Shepard suborbital rocket is often compared to SpaceX's early Falcon 1, and even its Crew Dragon program in terms of passenger-focused missions. Even in satellite internet services, Blue Origin announced its Project Kuiper, which mirrors SpaceX's Starlink. Despite all these parallels, Blue Origin remains far behind SpaceX in execution and results. SpaceX's dominance is evident in its numbers. In 2024, SpaceX launched over 60 rockets, primarily Falcon 9 missions, along with testing Starship prototypes. In contrast, Blue Origin's record is dismal, with only a handful of New Shepard suborbital flights and no orbital rocket launches in the same timeframe. The scale of operations is vastly different. SpaceX's Starbase facility is constantly active, while Blue Origin's Launch Complex 36 is seldom used. Financially, the gap between the two companies is even more pronounced. SpaceX's annual revenue exceeds $10 billion, fueled by its satellite launches, Starlink subscriptions, and government contracts, including NASA and Department of Defense projects. Blue Origin, on the other hand, generates a fraction of this, primarily from suborbital tourism flights and smaller-scale government contracts. In terms of valuation, SpaceX is estimated to be worth over $150 billion, while Blue Origin's valuation is significantly lower, reportedly around $15 billion. These numbers highlight the stark contrast in performance and market leadership.